Wiggle, wiggle.
Like.
Hello, it is the Muffin here. Welcome back, everyone. Another subscriber request for tips and tricks with the M60. Now, I am compiling tips and tricks vids in my tips and tricks playlist. Feel free to go over there if there's tanks that you're looking for a little bit of help with. This is the M60. I'm going to be doing a combined video of M60, M48. They're very similar. The M60 has a better cannon. The M48, in terms of maneuverability, is about the same. The M48 does have better armor. So, I mean, they have some slight differences, but about the same. Their play style is very similar. So I'm going to talk about how both of these would be played with. So here we are at the very beginning of Canal, and what I'm doing is I'm a medium tank, so I want to put myself in a position so I can spot the enemy, I can give my other teammates eyes. Our other lights are doing their job, they're pushing up here. I have a little bit of fat finger syndrome here. I keep slipping my fingers off the controls here multiple times. End up having a case of some serious ghost rounds here this replay. But I'm getting myself into a position. The thing about the M60 is also some of its strengths is it has really good frontal turret armor. Good upper hull armor, but you do want to be hull down, and if you can get yourself in a position just right, you can really be difficult to deal with. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to put myself in a position. I've got myself over to this part of the map. Now, if I didn't have my other light tanks or team up as far as they were, I don't think I would have gone this far up, just because I could have just gotten overrun. I mean, they're all over here. If they would have just seen me here and my rest of the team would have gone the other side of the map, it would have been really bad for me to be this far advanced, because they could have overrun me. I would have had no support. So that's why you have to not only be conscientious of your role, but you have to also be very conscientious of where your team is when you position yourself in a place to spot. So we came over here to the very far right. We had support. I had teammates going with me. If that wasn't the case, I would have gone more and stopped over to the hill just left of us, past like that first building, and just kind of looked over and tried to get some view range, some eyes on what was going on, instead of just pushing all the way up over here to the right. But because we had a good team that was pushing up with us, this area really put him in a bad spot. So using that turret, trying to protect my hull, and the M60 is just a beautiful tank, or M48. The play styles, like I said, are very similar, and you also have good view range with this tank as well. So honestly, this replay was kind of a good combined effort with team, but also being very conscientious about what my team was doing. So I'm always paying attention to the map, and I'm positioning myself according to where my team is, where I could potentially good spots that I could spot the enemy. I could get a good advantageous position on them. And I'm always making sure I'm utilizing the landscape to protect my weaknesses. I'm not exposing my weaknesses like the under part of my hull. Now, this IS-7, I mean, this poor team just had this AFK IS-7. But anyway, hopefully, I mean, that helped. I do have another replay, just 2 replays back to back. I really didn't know how these were going to turn out. Like I said, I want to give you guys some real feedback. Also, I am putting together tips and tricks playlist, a series of all different tanks that I'm doing from sub request. So here we are, dead rail. I'm trying to get myself in a position once again to spot. I'm a medium tank. I need to get eyes, not only to help my team understand how to position themselves according to where the enemy is when they see them, but just so that I can detect them, so I can make decisions as well. So getting visibility is very, very crucial, and also your success and your team's success. So we've just detected them, and even though they know where I am, they only know where one of me is, and I know where my team already knows where a few of them are, which makes a big difference. So I'm not only putting myself in a position to spot, but I know my strength, like the strengths of my tank. I've got a good frontal turret, which is why I keep peeking up. I want to be a little conscientious, and this is where it's also important to know the map, because typically I know that there's destroyers just like that. I just got hit in the side of my turret that'll stay all the way back at the edge of the map. I don't quite have the view range to get them, but it's a good hill area because I can pop up, I can take a shot, and I can roll back, wait a little bit, reset my camo, pop up, shoot. Here I'm repositioning myself. So I know the enemy, they've got destroyers over here. I want to get a little bit more into the action, and I want to be diverse. So I'm not just sitting in one place, because then like the enemy knows where you're at, and then you just become predictable and you keep popping up. This one was a little risky because I could have got shot here by a destroyer, and we're getting in a little bit of a DPM battle exchange here, but this is what I mean by changing positions. So here I was able to get to a better spot here, kind of the side. I was really lucky not to get hit by that grill. He really could have got a good shot on me, but I think because I had a weaker teammate, he shot him. But getting more in that advantageous position where I'm able to get to a safe place, I'm once again using the landscape, I'm being very aware of my surroundings, I'm paying attention to the map. I see that there's enemies behind me, but they're like one shot, so they're going to be much more conservative. I get nailed by that grill. So here I'm kind of now put in a little bit of a bad spot. I do have better view range than he does. We are pretty close here. I'm going to just try to snap a shot, but he just gets one really good one. It was very smart of him to use an HE round because I was so low on health. But really, that is what it is. It's number one, fulfilling your role, spotting. Number two, paying attention to the map, paying attention to where your team is, positioning yourself according to that. So anyway, hope this was helpful. This is the Muffin here. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.